finance fees, and then there is an operating lease.
There are internal auditors everywhere. Then how did that Vijay Mallya fraud even happen?
Gross profit will give me the sales.
Are internal auditors as independent as external auditors?
So let's now talk about the next concept, which is perpetuity. So here in perpetuity, we are going to calculate the perpetuity factor. And be it discount factor, annuity factor or perpetuity factor, our primary goal is to calculate the present value. But how we calculate the present value was changing under each and every factor. Like for example, we use discount factor when the cash flows are uneven in nature. We use annuity factor when the cash flows are even in nature. Similarly, perpetuity factor or the word perpetuity simply means there are constant cash flows for a foreseeable future. What do you mean by foreseeable future? These cash flows are going to go on and on and on and on. That means in annuity factor, there was a timeline. It could be for 3 years, 5 years, 6 years. But when it comes to perpetuity, it goes for a really long time. Like how your scholarships work. What happens in scholarship? One lump sum amount is invested and the returns from the lump sum amount is given as a merit to the student or the topper of the year every year, and these colleges have been existing from so many years, but it goes on and on and on, right? So that is the meaning of perpetuity, a constant cash flow that occurs for infinity. So the farther you go from the present day, the lower will be the present value of the amount you will receive. Why? Because ultimately you're discounting it, right? And the simplest way to remember your present value of perpetuity factor, it's simple. The present value is equal to 1. It is cash flow divided by R, which simply means when I say cash flow, I'm referring to your future cash flow, because discounting means you're converting your future cash flows to present value, right? So this simply means cash flow into 1 divided by R. That is your perpetuity factor. So let's quickly do this problem. We are saying $200,000 is received at the end of every year for the foreseeable future at the discount rate of 6%. So all we have to do is, what is the future cash flow? It is 200,000, correct? And what is the discount rate? 6%. So basically into 1 divided by R. R is 0.06. So that's why they have written it as 200,000 divided by 6%, or you can do 200,000 divided by 0.06, which means that the present value is so much. That is $33,33,333. So this is how we calculate the present value of perpetuity. So now this present value, this perpetuity concept, again, just like how in annuity, we had delayed annuity and advanced annuity, same way, even in perpetuity, there can be of 2 types. Right? Perpetuity can be advanced or delayed. Now, if it is an advanced annuity, all you have to do is the same logic that we used for advanced annuity calculation. Like you can see here, you'll do the problem in the same way like we did for normal perpetuity, but you will add the cash flow from year 0, because the same logic applies. Like if I have a 100 rupees note today in my hand, the value of this 100 rupees note is 100 rupees itself, right? So that's why you're not going to discount that cash flow. It is as it is. So as you can see here, yes, $200,000 is received at the end of every year starting from today. So today, if I have $200,000 in hand, the value of that $200,000 is 200,000 itself. And it is going to be there for a foreseeable future. So the moment you read this line, foreseeable future, it is a perpetuity question at the discount rate of 6%. So your calculation still remains the same. It's just that 200,000 divided by 6%, and since it is an advanced annuity, I will be adding that $200,000 because this is starting from today. Because of starting from today, which means it is year 0.